Nation, we are back. Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building, man. You guys know what time it is. Welcome to the latest installment of the Graphic and Wasted Show.
Or the Wasted and Graphic Show, whichever way you like to slice it. What's the deal, brother?
My brother, man, it's good to see you, and it's also good to see the greatest chat in YouTube history. As always, make sure you guys wipe them feet, man. Pay your bar tabs. That means get those likes up over here. Also, hit that subscribe button on both channels over at Raider Nation Unlimited and OLV Raiders Network. We're trying to get those, 30K, 20K. We're well on our way. We need you guys' assistance. It is free. And make sure to also hit that notification bell to keep up with everything that we got going on over here at Shieldmore, man. How are you feeling, brother?
Man, I'm feeling great, bro. I'm feeling great, man. I'm just, we're a few less than a day or two away from football, man. That's all we've been waiting for, bro. I'm tired of waiting, bro. I'm tired, man. And watching the Eagle game yesterday, right? Watching the loogie heard around the world. It just made me say, you know what, man? I'm glad football is back, yo.
Yeah.
I'm glad football is back, man.
I'm actually happy you mentioned that because we're gonna talk about that today as well. Real quick in the chat, man. Let us know real quick where you're watching, what city, what state, where you at, man? Are you at work? Are you in traffic? You already know how we do on Coffee and Convo. Are you at the girlfriend's house? Are you at the side chick's house? Are you at the side chick's house? And also salute to everybody listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. This will be uploaded right after the live is up. So salute to everybody that's been running those numbers up on the audio side of things. We really, truly appreciate you. That's a different type of bag over there. So if you guys can, go over there, hit that subscribe button on both. Well, Wasted, what are you on Spotify and Apple Podcast? What's the name under there? Is it just Wasted?
It's Las Vegas Raider Nation Unlimited.
Okay. So I'll make sure to put that in the community tab after this.
Yeah, so everybody Las Vegas Raider Nation Unlimited. Because I, you know what? The thing is, I got to get rid of this old podcast I had.
Yes.
I got to get rid of that so I could just be Raider Nation Unlimited. But hey, in the meantime, y'all going over there and run it up for your brother Wasted. Run it up for my brother Graph. Because listen, bro, we trying to land on some different territory. You know what I'm saying, bro? We got to let everybody know what time it is. When it comes to Raider content, whether it's digital, you know what I'm saying, or visual or audio or whatever,
anything.
We want to be at the precipice of it all.
There you go.
So just
word of the day.
Word of the day. Precipice.
Yes, precipice. It's funny. I've heard you say that a million times. But
hold on, I might have to put my educated. I got to put my Malcolm Farrakhan glasses on if I be talking. I got to put my Malcolm Farrakhan.
I love it, bro. Hey, I don't like
Malcolm Farrakhan.
Hey, I'm gonna drop a dime on this. I don't like that shit.
Not the
Go from state to state.
Rico. That's crazy, bro. Not Rico.
Hey, real quick, let's start here. And salute to LV Maximus, my dog. He is out there taking his health very seriously. And I love to see. He says, I'm in Vegas, leaving the gym, man. LV is doing his thing. He has not been drinking. He's been in the gym every single day. My dog, man, love you, bro. See you soon. Salute to one of the mob fathers over here. Let's start with the injury report. It's kind of interesting right here. We've been talking about it, kind of speculating all week long about, is Gonzo going to play for the Patriots? And it looks as though he has officially been ruled out, Wasted. So Geno should have a field day there in the passing game. The Raiders, Caillou Blue Kelly, hamstring, was good to go all week long. Full participant every single day. Our starter will be out there playing opposite of Eric Stokes. Backup quarterback Kenny Pickett was also dealing with a hamstring injury. This is what kind of prevented him from winning that quarterback one spot in Cleveland before we traded for him. He was a full participant Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So it looks as though he'll be the official backup behind Geno Smith, which is great because we have a guy that, has started a ton of football games as the backup. New England, on the other hand, looks a little different here. Christian Gonzalez, hamstring, did not participate Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. He is officially out. This is their star corner, the best player they have on the defensive side of the football, and he is officially ruled out. Charles Woods, corner, dealing with the groin injury. He was limited Wednesday, full participant Thursday, Friday. He's questionable, but I'm assuming he should be good to go come Sunday, unless there's any setback. Wide receiver Efton Chisholm III. This dude is a baller, bro. Dealing with a knee injury. He was a full participant all week long. It looks as though the young fella is going to participate on Sunday. Christian Barmore, not injury related. So it looks as though this may be a veteran kind of thing, some days off.
Yeah, man, maintenance.
Yeah, Wednesday was not listed, was limited Thursday, limited Friday. He is good to go. So we will be facing one of the better defensive tackles. Actually, they have him as a defensive end, I believe. They run that 3-4. So, but he will be playing. And then Will Campbell, which is interesting because.
Yeah, man, young rook, man, a little dinged up, huh?
Yeah, first round pick, LSU product. He's dealing with an ankle injury. He was not listed Wednesday. Thursday, he was limited. Friday, he was limited. So this is a name to keep an eye on as we get closer to Sunday, you guys, because if he does not play, holy shit, I'm expecting Malcolm Kuntz to go out there and have a field day week 1 against the New England Patriots. Anything stand out to you right there, brother?
I mean, the biggest thing is Will Campbell, bro. If Will Campbell is going into a situation where he's going to get on either side of the football, no matter how they rotate the defense, you're going to either be getting Max or you'll be getting, Malcolm Kuntz, who I think that it's probably going to take him, a couple of snaps or some live bullets for him to realize that he's healthy again. And, he should step right back into where he was previous, right? Agreed. So, and it's no reason for you to go out there and kind of give your all in preseason and lose your season. And I think that's where a lot of the apprehension came from Malcolm Kuntz. So they're going to get prime Malcolm Kuntz. Just if I'm going to go off of educated, my hypothesis is that he's going to go out there and ball out, right? And play for a contract.
Yeah.
So, dude, that is a really messed up way to come into the National Football League, bro, to have to go against a dragon and a baby dragon and you not being at 100%.
Yeah. And they're definitely going to try and expose that ankle. For sure, come Sunday. So I'm expecting a nice rotation of Tyree, Malcolm Kuntz, Snowden on the edge, maybe Brennan Jackson, the young fella that just came over from the Rams. And we can see some looks with him as well. But I want to see these guys go out there and absolutely cook this rook come week 1, a baptism of fire, so to speak, with Will Campbell, man.
Baptism by fire.
Yeah, there you go. Salute to Jason Hunter, my guy, gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. My brother, man, I appreciate you. Love you, bro, as always. Salute to Demon King and salute to all the new members here in the building. If you missed out on those 5, hit the link. It's pinned up top, like our guy Yeti. Became a member on both sides, man. My dog. Appreciate you, brother. I know you were a member before. You probably just renewed on both ends, but we appreciate you so much, man. And once again, it definitely helps us keep the lights on over here at Shieldmore. So salute to all the new members in the building. We appreciate you guys as always. But I want to ask you this real quick too, because I you didn't go live yesterday, and honestly, it really wasn't that big of a deal, right? I mean, we talked on the phone. And you was like, I don't even want to talk about this shit, but I have to mention it because I know the guys, I want to at least get your take on the whole Amari Cooper retirement. It was so abrupt. Called Pete Carroll yesterday and just said, I don't have the desire to play football anymore. How do you feel about, Amari's abrupt retirement? On one hand, I don't know if you got a chance to check out the show. I don't take this personal. I don't think this is a vendetta against the organization. I just think that he realized, holy shit, I don't have it anymore. I'm out here playing with the Dante Thorntons and Trey Tuckers of the world and Brock Bowers. Bro. I think he looked like, you know what, let me go ahead and step off, man. I ain't got it no more.
Hey, brother, listen, I would rather it be that than Vontae Davis. And rest in peace to Vontae Davis, right?
Yes.
I would rather it be that. Listen, at the end of the day, right, I think too much people that are pissed off at Amari Cooper are the people who didn't want us to make that move anyway, and they still have sour grapes against his first run here with the Raiders, right? So let's talk about facts. Mm-hmm. The fact remains was that he, at this point in the game, was being brought in for depth. He was being brought in to mentor the young guys, and he was a 4th receiver.
Yeah.
So losing your fourth receiver, even though the name is Amari Cooper, the game is a fourth receiver. Dante Thornton is the number. He's not the number one guy, but he's the number one guy in waiting. You know, Jacoby Myers is the number one guy currently, right? And then Trey Tucker is the number 3 guy. It is what it is. He's young, he's flash, he's fleet-footed, and he's developed that chemistry with Geno all throughout camp. So to expect Amari Cooper to come in here and to really contribute in a real way right off the bat was kind of unrealistic. Yeah. That was a move that would have paid dividends probably week 4, week 5. Right?
I agree.
Now, when you talk about him retiring, right, and him understanding that he doesn't have it, the thing about the Wasted and Graph show, the Graph and Wasted show is that when you guys turn this screen on, you guys see this salt and pepper here. And I got more salt and pepper than Graph, right? So listen, if anybody understand what it is to get older, it is us, right? Yes. And I tell Graph this all the time. Well, my OGs told me when I was younger, I had to sprinkle some of that game on Graph. I said, you know what getting older is? Getting older is going to bed feeling perfectly fine and waking up in the morning being fucked up.
But I sprinkled a little bit of game on top of your game. What I said was, no, getting older is realizing going to sleep hurting and feeling worse when you wake up. I hear you, though.
But, bro, and that's what it is. When you get older, a lot of the times your mind and your spirit wants to do something that your body just can't. Yeah. And if he realized that and he saved the Raiders some trouble, I'm glad, because this whole roster is about the youth movement.
Yes.
That's what this roster's been about from day one, from the word go. And that's something that Pete Carroll has always done. And that is really a metric that I remember, you know, a great NFL coach that is a Hall of Fame coach. He's been kind of the first guy who really was really big on that was Jimmy Johnson.
Yes.
Jimmy Johnson always like kind of erred on the side of starting young players, drafting. The way the Cowboys.
I mean, a college guy, right? So I mean, he knew that you want those young guys. If you can develop those young guys, not only contractually, but just because of they're fresh legs, young.
That metric that Jimmy Johnson came into the league with, right? Because you got to understand, free agency started in 1992. I think Jimmy got there in like 89.
Yeah,
I think Jimmy got there in like 89 because Troy Aikman was. Yeah, he drafted Troy Aikman. He drafted Steve Walsh the same year, right? So when Jimmy got there was no free agency. So his whole metric was, listen, we are going to have as many draft picks as possible. That wasn't the way people built teams back then.
That massive haul for Herschel Walker changed the game.
Yeah, but Jimmy Johnson is one of the main people who kind of changed the way the NFL does business based off of what he did with the Dallas Cowboys. So listen, I'm telling you right now, this is really much to do about nothing. This is just Raider fans being in their feelings, wanting to motherfuck, excuse my language, Amari Cooper on the way out. I know this is a family show, but it's the Graph and Wasted show, Wasted the Graph show, and Graph is a bad influence. He's a terrible person.
I am. And you know what? I agree with you, man. Salute to Coop. I talked to Jalen as well today, and I just think that guys just kind of know, like Coop was a little out of shape. And once again, Jalen didn't give me any intel or anything about Coop. So I want people to realize I don't have anything here. They're just former teammates, but I spoke to him about the Cooper situation earlier. And I just think that once again, you get out there and you're around a young team. You're around a really young team on both sides of the ball. And it's like, you know what, man, I don't have anything left in the tank. I don't. He was out of shape. Chip Kelly even alluded to the fact that they didn't even know if they were going to play him on Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, because they had to get him up to speed with the offense and have him and Geno gel. So once again, man, we're going to get rid of the Amari Cooper talk here and just say, man, salute to him. Enjoy retirement. Once a Raider, always a Raider. At least he came home and retired a Raider. Salute to CGR, man. Gifting 5 Raider Nation Unlimited Wasted Talent memberships. CGR is one of the GOATs over here, my brother. We appreciate you. And also salute to Alice gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. You guys are the GOATs. We appreciate you so much. If you guys missed out on those, hit the links up top. They're pinned up there. They help us keep the lights on. Salute to my guy, Ant. Y'all are the GOATs. First live in a minute. Appreciate y'all. No, you are the GOAT, Ant. Appreciate you on the $2 smackaroonie, my brother. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's catch up on the chat before we get to the next segment of the show. Salute to Berserk. Bro said, I feel like I let the fans down. Now it's F them fans. Hey, Berserk, I don't think that. I just think that he realized I don't have it. I don't have it. You know what I mean? Look.
Like these guys don't act like, look, and this is another person, right, that doesn't like Amari Cooper. right? And you putting these guys are human beings.
Yeah.
He's played a decade in this league, and if he don't have it, he don't have it. And
Yeah.
that's fine, bro.
Yeah.
That's the risk you take when you sign any player. We've watched players walk away from this league at a very young age. Bro, I remember it was a guy who was a linebacker for the San Francisco 49ers, and he filled in for Patrick Willis. His name was Chris Borland. And he had a run with the Niners where he was looking like Brian Urlacher.
Yeah.
And guess what? He got dinged up, got a head injury, and said, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah.
And I think he might have been in his first year.
But also, I mean, who knows Amari's body more than him, right? Why would he go out there and play and potentially hurt himself where later on down the line he may not be able to go out there and throw the ball around with his kids or prevent him from doing certain things, man? Look, man, when you know, you know. And that's why I'm not upset about Amari Cooper at all. And once again, 4 days, enough time to bring up Justin Shorter off the practice squad, which was kind of a shocker today, Wasted. I thought they were going to bring Bachman up, but I like this because the speed, once again, the youth movement, right? 25 years old, played in 10 games last year for the Raiders, converted tight end to wide receiver. They moved him to receiver, 6'4", 227. I mean, he is a few inches shorter than Darren Waller. I'm hoping that they could potentially turn this into one of them type of situations. He's 25 years old, really young, former 5-star recruit. I forgot who hit me on Twitter. Salute to them as well. I think it was I am the Bay that basically stated that, he was rated higher than Jamar Chase. And
yes, he was. He's a Jersey boy.
Yeah,
he's a Jersey boy. He from. I remember the kid when he was in high school, right?
Yes.
Bro, he's a special teams demon. That's why they brought him up.
Yeah.
He's terrific on special teams. He was at Penn State, and then he transferred to the University of Florida. I remember the kid. Mm-hmm. This is the thing, though. He's a special teams guy, and if you really look at this roster, we don't have the level of special teams bodies that we've had in the past year, right? So the thing about this team is that if you're going to be a backup, you have to be a multifaceted backup.
Agreed. The Jack Beshes of the world.
That's one of the reasons why Dylan Laubay made this team.
Yeah, Dylan Besh. Besh is going to play a ton there. Yeah.
So
but also, this is a guy, and I think that they brought him up over Bachman because they want some more size out there at the wide receiver position. 6'4". Once again, Bachman is going to be a guy that played in the slot. We got Besh, we got Jacoby. Those are going to be two guys that are going to be playing in the slot a ton. I think they wanted to add some size on the outside opposite of Dante Thornton Jr. So I'm not shocked by this, but I thought it was going to be Bachman or even Shedrick Jackson over Justin Shorter. But I'm excited to see. And once again, he's not going to get a ton of reps, you guys, on Sunday. Don't expect him to go out there and make a name for himself on the offensive side of the ball. Once again, like Wasted said, a special teams demon. I don't even think that he really had that many reps for us offensively last year. I think it was predominantly special teams. It
was 10 games predominantly on special teams, right? Mm-hmm. So we got to look at this, right? Like, Tom McMahon, right? Mm-hmm. Look, because look, I don't necessarily
wasted talk.
Look, this is the thing, bro. I've always been the kind of person where, with the special teams unit, a lot of the times I'm not as knowledgeable as far as paying attention with who's here and who's there. You know what I'm saying? But when you start talking about this Raiders special team, we had guys in the last few years, bro, that you knew were good special teams players, right? Mm-hmm. I think this is pretty much why they brought him here. It has to be, bro, because all his snaps last year, because he was with the Raiders, right?
Special teams, 10 games.
It was special teams, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Salute to Hug. Whoa. We all know I'm the bad influence of the group. You can hug D. Salute to my guy on a $10 special and also gifting 10 OLV, the GOAT himself, the Mod Father, man. Salute to everybody in the building, all the new members. Once again, you guys hit the link up top if you missed out on those 10. Hug, my brother, we love you. Salute to you. I hope you and your beautiful wife and family are out there doing good, man. Salute to my guy, Hug. It's always good to see my dog in the chat. And also, man, if you can't, Hug, put the link up to your website for your company in the chat and let everybody know where they can follow you at and where they can support you at in terms of your business, man. Salute to Hug. Salute to 10 Commandments. Also, Jalen Carter spit on Dak. Crosby once spit on a Steeler player. Should there be a game suspension added to the ejection for the low? No. Let me say this. Once again, Jalen Carter made a boneheaded decision. And he almost lost that game for his football team in week 1. He's the best defender on that team. Clear cut, the best defensive lineman. Look, the best defensive player, period, on that roster. They have a young defense out there with Quinyon and those guys. They needed Jalen Carter out there. And salute to Brian Young went out there, former Raider, went out there and played really well for him on the defensive line. Byron Young, man, I don't know what it is. These guys just leave, the Raiders.
And they do the Raiders and they learn how to ball, right?
Throw up and show out. But I'll say this. Dak was the one that said something to him, spit on the ground, try to act tough, because he knew exactly how to do. He got
exactly
why?
What he wanted out of Jalen Carter. He's a master baiter.
Yes, a master baiter.
He is the masterest of baiterists.
The masterest of baiterists.
I mean, rosiest of palms. That is exactly what he did. He baited him. He put the bait out there, casted it, flew fished them on in, and reeled them on in, bro.
Yep.
We are in a soft league. We're in a league where, like, you used to have people that used to spit on a football.
Yeah.
When you snapped it.
I mean, bro, these guys were pissing and shitting on each other, on themselves to make sure that.
Whoa, easy.
Okay, let me
each other, bro.
Okay, let me relax. Let me relax off the Vince McMahon shit. Okay, I meant pissing and shitting on themselves to get the upper hand on the defender.
Gotta chill, Graf.
Bro, I don't. You're Marshawn Lynch talking about Robert Gallery?
Yeah, well, no, we know that. He's be like, ugh. You like the little baby, like the baby from Baby Kids.
Yeah.
Like, so low.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is this, was it okay for Jalen Carter to do that? No, it was not. Not at all. He spit on his chest. A lot of people were saying that he spit in his face. That was not true at all. But Jalen knows he's going to learn from this. I know he came out today and said he let his teammates down. He made the wrong decision. Dak was very smart with the way he went about his business. He got Jalen out of there before he even played one snap. That was very, very smart by the quarterback one out there in Dallas. So I can't be mad. Once again, like Wasted said, the masturbator of all masturbators, Dak Prescott. You know what I mean? But Jalen needs to learn moving forward. Don't allow anyone to get inside your head and allow you to potentially lose.
The league also needs to fucking toughen up.
Yeah,
I'm sick of this shit, bro. Like, you got these dudes that are out there that are Spartans, bro. These dudes are not little. these guys are the top of their food chain from a humanity standpoint.
Yeah,
right? These guys are out there crashing into each other, right? Slamming each other, playing with 400 pounds on a bench. They're playing with that shit, bro. You got wide receivers benching 400 pounds, bro.
Yeah.
Listen to me, man. This is a man's game. Let the men on the field handle it. And the problem with the league is that, when you show people how the sausage is made, now all of a sudden you have to address certain shit. Like, there shouldn't be a camera angle that fucking close anyway.
And I like what Alabor said as well. Like, it was week 1, right? Things happen. A lot of undisciplined football from Philadelphia. Ton of penalties. But once again, divisional rivals, right? Cowboys are in a hostile environment in Philadelphia. They're playing the reigning NFL champs, the Philadelphia Eagles, in a place where those fans are saying the most wildest shit. You've been there before. You know what it's like to be at a Philadelphia game. So, I knew the tension was going to be thicker than German, guard dogs, in the words of the great Loaded Lux. It happens. But once again, I would not suspend Jalen Carter. Hit him with a nice
They
line.
shouldn't even have kicked him out of the game.
Yeah.
Like, bro, listen.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they're men. Let Dak and Jalen handle that. Yeah. Like, the league, bro, they're turning a sport because it is so driven by, like, the supposed court of public opinion, where, they act like these guys are supposed to go out there and everything's supposed to be, rainbows and unicorn farts and everybody's a special fucker. It's nonsense, bro. These guys are violent people. Let them be violent. That's the reason why we subscribe to the game. I don't want to hear this crap.
Our dads grew up watching the Raiders guys smoking cigarettes on the sideline. We grew up knowing that Dallas Cowboy players were smoking crack before.
We grew up not having no seat belts, no car seats, sliding around on a bench seat in the back. You know what I'm saying? My dad had a Mac Daddy Caddy, Lincolns and stuff like that. I'm sliding around and stuff like this. Yeah. He up there smoking Saratoga cigarettes. And
facts.
My father used to smoke like Leonard Washington.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Father,
you got to take this bankroll from me. You got to take this bankroll from me.
Yeah. Oh! and shit.
No, but I'll say this: Jalen Carter, man, he's going to learn from it. Once again, I think that Dak knew exactly how to get under his skin. It worked, and it definitely gave Dallas a competitive edge over Philadelphia, losing their best player on the defensive side of the ball. And guess what? Philadelphia still found a way to escape after like an hour and a half lightning. They were sitting there waiting forever, bro. My wife was like, "Are we going to watch our show yet?" And I'm like, "Man, the game is it's to be continued right now." You know what I'm saying? So, but it is what it is, man. Salute to Jalen Carter. I think personally, Howie Roseman, I put this on Twitter, needs to trade him to Vegas. That was unacceptable.
Yeah, that was unacceptable.
You don't want a thug like that out there, Howie Roseman. You need to get rid of AJ Brown too. They're not going to throw the ball to him. Send us AJ Brown. Send us Jalen Carter. Look, man, they're thugs. You don't need those kind of people in Philadelphia.
That's classic Raider behavior.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, you know what, man? Like, I don't know. I don't think I've gotten old enough to like vilify somebody for being a bit of a thug.
Yeah,
I'm not there yet because I see a lot of like the older guys. They were like, "Oh, it's disgusting." I'm just like, look, this is cost of doing business, man. That little spittle, well, maybe a punch in the face or something like that, little elbow. Sweet chin music, because it pisses me off, right? When I
you're not out here kissing foreheads and tickling feet and shit.
Yeah, and bro, look, at the end of the day, you gotta chill. Yo, back in the day, right? Like in the NBA, it's disgusting behavior, bro. Do you know, like when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar used to call for that ball, if you get a little too handsy with him, he used to throw that elbow and hit you right in your throat. Mm-hmm. This is Kareem we talking about here. Big Cappy Skyhook. This is what he used to do. So like I hate now that jokers are older now and they're in their 50s and 60s and this and that. And now all of a sudden it's like, it's terrible. It's like, man, get the fuck out of here, man.
I just found it funny because there's guys that were on Twitter that that are from Oakland, from LA, from certain things, and they're like, that was just that was disgusting and blah 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 blah. I tweeted that it happened, but I was reserving my judgment to see exactly what happened. And once again, the Dak situation, not saying that, he needed to spit on the dude's chest. It's kind of nasty work, but I mean, it is what it is, man. Fuck Philly, fuck Dallas. Sunday.
Yeah, look, this is the thing, man. For me, it's about making football again, bro. I'm tired of them trying to, like, pretty soon they're going to be putting flags on these jokers, or they're gonna have like a green zone where you can't touch the quarter. Like, I'm just stop tinkering with the game. Allow stuff like that to happen. It makes the game better for me because then, you spit on my chest. Oh my god, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna go at it. I want to see some conflict, bro. I'm tired of everybody, kneeling and praying, and I'm sick of that shit.
I watched Dallas's left tackle throw a haymaker at the edge rusher in Philly, and there was no call. You know what I mean? Like, they allow those guys to do some things yesterday.
Bro, that's because they're bad. Like, a lot of the times, bro, and this is one of the things that I don't really like to bring up, right? But sometimes when I see stuff like that happens, right, that to me looks like the National Football League controlling the lines.
Yeah. When
you have the gambling that closely married to the National Football, you have FanDuel, all this stuff, right? Throwing a significant player out of the game like that, see, that right there just changes everything. It changes the line. So I don't like that stuff, man. Let the players decide on the field and get out of like
even that celebration with Nolan that they called a taunting on him, on Nolan Smith. Yeah. I'm like, dude, like let these guys play football, man. Like, what's the issue with this? I was so pissed.
Like, do you want everybody to do something special and drop their head and walk back?
Everybody's not Barry Sanders. Everybody's not just going to hand the ball back and keep it moving.
Bro. You like, people got to have, like, listen, you have some people who are emotional people, right? They have to let that shit out somewhere.
Yeah.
I'd rather they let it out there than go out here and get in trouble.
Agreed.
Let them let it out on the field, bro.
Agreed. But you know what? People are going to hold what, happened with Jalen Carter in the past, the whole driving situation. And now they're going to.
Yeah. So now they got papers on you. So now you're this, they have to form a narrative, and it's nuts.
Yeah. Salute to Hug, man. My dog on a $20 smackaroonie. Wasted. Tell these fools how Gen X handles shit. Stop being soft and let these monsters play the game. It's only good when it's violent and nasty. This ain't two-hand touch. Don't get me started in kickoffs, you motherfuckers. Salute the Hub, man. Appreciate you on a $20 special. This is facts, man. Like, they're really taking away everything that we love about this game. It's nasty. Nolan Smith did nothing. He literally celebrated, and they were like, "Oh, he was all over him and hit him with the AI Ty Lue." Like, man, let these guys play football. Let them play football.
Did you see the video that Troy Vincent sent out?
You know what's going to happen, Andy. You know it. Max going to get like 5.
100%, bro. 100%. But did you see the video they sent before the game to the guys in the league? I got to send it to you. Troy Vincent talked about stepping over people. They told him what they can do and what they can't do. And it's like, yo, it's a fucking joke, bro. I remember when Troy Vincent was playing for the Dolphins, bro. Like he was some choir boy. It's annoying, bro, when he used to play for the Eagles. It's like, get the defense you played on, bro. Get the F out of here with that crap.
Toasty says, when you spit on someone, they won't ever let that go. Good. They're division rivals. They shouldn't. Dak and Jalen Carter should never be cool anyway. Like, what are we doing here? Like, it should be personal. It's the Cowboys in Philly. It's one of the biggest rivalries in football. I don't like. Who cares? Who gives a shit? It ain't like
I don't give a good goddamn.
You think these guys are gonna go out to dinner afterwards in Philadelphia? You think that Jalen's gonna show him all the hot spots in Philly? No, that's not how this shit works. He's gonna go right back to his hotel room, pack up, and get the fuck out of Philly. That's what it is. So, look, man.
I don't give a good goddamn, bro. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Most of the time, these guys are all buddies because they grow up in the same area. Like back in the day, Donovan McNabb and Michael Strahan were really close friends.
Yeah.
They would get after it on the field and it would be something else. But there are them other times where you got guys like Bill Romanowski that breaks people's eye sockets. Yeah. There's some stuff you just can't fix.
Shock. We're not saying that spitting makes the game better, but you guys are acting like he pulled that man's helmet off and spit in his eyes or some shit. He literally watched Dak spit at him on the ground, and he spit right at his heart. Like, if he spit inside of it, like spit inside his face mask, I understand it'd be a little different. It's like, yo, that's at that point, Dak, you got to man up. Take your shit off.
Bro, listen, that was the JJ Stokes, Bill Romanowski.
Yes, and I remember that.
Remember that he hit him with a vomit rocket. Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot of spew.
Yeah, full blown loogie. It was nasty work. Salute to Raider D 510. Man, my boss just said we get to leave early, but paid for the full day. Al Davis finna draft me as fast as I'm booking it. Listening to y'all, I'm running a 4.14140. Salute to my guy, Raider D 510. Appreciate you, brother, on the $5 special. Salute to Steve, man. Didn't Cowboys? Yes, I talked about. That's crazy, Steve, right? He threw a mean punch. There was no call. There was nothing there. So once again, man,
that punch was slow as hell, like Bobby Bacala.
All I'm saying is this, right? I understand spitting is disgusting. Like, I will never be cool with anyone that ever spit on me. That's the most absolute disgusting, disrespectful shit you can do. I get it. They're between the lines. They have jerseys on. They have helmets on. It's not like he walked up to him at fucking Albertsons and spit in his face in front of his kids. They were on a football field and he spit on his jersey. It's not.
But bro, at the end of the day, these are two men. The fact that you gotta have the teacher, he spit on me. What the F are we talking about? This is a grown ass man. Oh, it's disgusting. So the fuck what? Do something.
Hold on, bro. AM said, man, F all that. I'm pressing charges. Yo, AM, what are we doing? He said, man, spit on that man in front of the fucking world. Yo, AM is cold, man. Salute to Raiders. He wasted back in my day with Mo. I don't know what Raiders see, man. He has it out for Mr. Wasted Talent. I don't know what it is.
Raiders see. Listen, bro. Listen. Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. It's cool. It's cool. It's like, dude, I'm ordering a pizza and watching Wasted Talent, man. I felt bad here with your crap.
Hey, he looked like the bad guy on Three Ninjas.
Oh, I've never even seen that. That's how old.
Bro, he looked like the bad guy that drank the X-Lax, bro, and was like, "Oh, dude, my fucking stomach hurts, bro."
Oh, wait, nah, yo, remind me of you ever see Men at Work with
yes.
Charles Camino? I would pay $1 million pesos.
Yo, salute to Marvin, man. You can get away with way more in hockey. Hockey, they don't bat an eye. This is facts.
In hockey.
Salute to hockey. Salute to my guy, man, Marvin, in the building. Let's get to this game. We actually have a game on Sunday. We just totally forgot about it the first 30 minutes. Once again, for those who are wondering about the wide receiver position, we did elevate Justin Shorter, and we signed Philip Dorsett back to the practice squad. So we have the veteran He's kind of bounced around the league. Not kind of. He's bounced around the league a ton in recent memory, but he's familiar with this system. He had a really good preseason. He's back on the practice squad for now. So Philip Dorsett is on the practice squad. Justin Shorter was called up once again, like Wasted said, special teams demon, and he'll probably have limited reps on the offensive side of the ball, but I wouldn't be shocked to see him get a few looks. So, good move. Once again, adding some size and keeping Bachman on the practice squad and keeping Shedrick Jackson. I think maybe they don't think he's ready to go yet. They're going to develop him a little bit on the practice squad. Shedrick, that is Bo's nephew. But I think at some point we'll see him later a bit down the line.
Can you tackle somebody in the open field like Shorter?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Wipe them feet, you guys. Hit that subscribe button, man. Pay your bar tabs and all that good stuff. Salute to everybody here in the building. Almost 900 strong. If you're watching on Twitter, we appreciate you guys. If you're watching on YouTube, get those likes up, man. Salute. Go ahead.
Salute to Andy.
Yeah.
Our brother is in a place to be.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, man. Listen, guys, I'm telling you right now, man. You
guys. It's good. It's good. My guy got a baby in his hand and his phone typing in the other, man. Andy is the GOAT. Salute to my guy. Big Mike says, thought that they would have elevated. We all thought we are going to elevate Bachman. You know what I mean? I think everybody assumed that because of what kind of training camp he had, preseason kind of showed out a little bit. But once again, I think they're being very strategic about how they're going to elevate guys this year.
They got 4 people that can catch the football.
Yeah.
But do they have somebody that's going to run down the field and knock somebody's block off?
And there you go. There you go. Salute to the nastiest name in YouTube. I'm just going to say Buckets. Carter was used as an example. Kids are watching. You know what? And you could be right. You could be right. But I don't think that a suspension needs to be tacked on top of that. Just hit him with a mean, fine and keep it moving. I understand that this was on national television and they're trying to set a precedent, for moving forward, the next, wave of players that come into the league. I get it. But
you know what's funny about that though? Kids are also watching when everybody's gambling their life away. Kids are also watching when, Ice Spice is shaking her ass on camera and up in the Super Bowl, they keep the camera in on her. Oh yeah, I love that. But I'm just saying though, right? Look, if I'm being honest, you know what I'm saying? That is some adult.
What you gonna do about it?
but at the end of the day, right? Yo, this whole fake ethical society that we live in now is bullshit. Like nobody cares about ethics anymore. Nobody cares about the kids are watching, because if they did, they wouldn't have a game on that goes into the wee hours of the morning. The F up out of here with that crap.
Yep. Factory outlet. Real quick, once again, you guys, we're going to get to the actual game. Christian Gonzalez officially ruled out with that hamstring injury. What are you doing? You're the Raiders offense. Chip Kelly, Geno Smith, Ashton Genty. You got a quarterback that is very accurate, Wasted, that can throw the deep ball. You went and drafted Dante Thornton for a reason. You still got Trey Tucker on this roster. This is going to be a run-first football team. But with their star corner out, week 1, are you going out there and allowing Geno to just take the top off the defense?
Oh, yeah, but you have to, right? That's Raider football.
Yeah.
That is really essentially, it's funny how much Pete Carroll's kind of ideals align with what Al Davis used to want the Raiders to do. It really aligns up very, very well, right?
Yeah.
It's a reason why they're starting Dante Thornton Jr. There's a reason, right? There's a reason why they kept Trey Tucker.
Yeah.
There's a reason, bro. There's a reason why, they want to take the top off of the defense, because that is the big play, is what was not there all last year. That's the reason why Jacoby Myers has so many catches.
Last year, it hasn't been there for a while.
Yeah, but still in all, last year it was even more, because
it was nasty.
It was nasty last year, right? That's why Brock Bowers, because everything was underneath. Everything was like 3 yards in a cloud of dust. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't stretch the field. Like we've had those years where, all right, we had a Nelson Aguilar here, guys like that, where you could kind of, you could stretch the field a little bit. You've had Devontae Adams. You can stretch Devontae Adams within reason could stretch the field just because how supreme of a route runner he is.
Yes.
But last year, it was totally just null and void after Tay left.
The cabinets were bare.
So now you have a situation where you can come out and strike. And that's when Geno's at his best. He likes to throw the deep ball, bro.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. I agree. And also that's going to open up, the game for Ashton Genty to run the ball effectively, in his debut against the Patriots. So I'm excited. But once again, big blow to that New England defense with Gonzo out. Christian Gonzalez, you guys officially ruled out. We've been talking about that all week. Once again, he did not get a chance to play all week at practice, so officially ruled out. So this offense needs to go out there and make a statement in New England, man. Salute to Steve. Prediction, is that game on tonight? I didn't even realize. I thought it was tomorrow.
It's in Brazil.
Yeah, it's in Brazil. So look, I'm not. The Chiefs are going to beat this team. We talked about on the AFC West show. I got the Chiefs beating the Chargers. I do.
Yeah, I mean, the Chiefs are the Chiefs, and the Chargers are the Chargers, and the Chargers don't have their left tackle, and the Chargers have a situation with their wide receiver room that is a dire straight wide receiver room. Like they spent a lot of money on a young kid and they drafted him high, and he can't catch a cold. So look, man, and then you
high stake Johnson, baby.
And then now you brought back Mr. Barbecue Chicken, but Mr. Barbecue Chicken is about to collect a blue check from Social Security.
33 years old, I believe.
He's a little longer than two, bro. So listen, bro. At the end of the day, I feel like for us to elevate and to get into the playoffs, for us to get anywhere over by 500, one of the teams in this division have to drop. And I think what's going to start happening in this division is that it's not going to be 15-2-ish for the Queefs. Agreed. It's going to be
11-6-ish,
11-6-ish, and then I think the Rams, not the Rams, but the Chargers are going to be the team that is in the basement this year.
Real quick, you guys, we did this AI picture on purpose. We knew that everybody was going to be like, who the hell is that on the thumbnail? Man. This is the first time that I've ever used AI on the thumbnail. I got real lazy. I told ChatGPT to make the shit. I just had an idea. Me and Wasted were like, let's do the Patriot game situation.
Hey, yo, we got to show him the one I did.
Show him the one. Okay, so you just want to just kill my shit. Okay.
Bro, come on, bro. Listen, man. That's not even it, bro.
Steve, let me say this. While Wasted looks for that, let me say this. I'm not watching that game. I am watching SmackDown tonight. AJ Lee is pulling up. She hasn't been in the WWE for 10 years. CM Punk's wife is about to whoop the man's ass, and Brock Lesnar is showing up in Chicago as well. I'm not watching football
AJ
tonight.
Lee, bro.
AJ Lee is CM Punk's wife.
Who the fuck is CM Punk?
You don't like Punk. That's why. Look at the deep ball. Admit it. Y'all Raiders need me. This is facts.
Deep ball. Admit it. Y'all Raiders
Look to the deep ball, man. While Wasted looks for this, man. Once again, you guys wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. Wasted does not know what the hell he's doing right now. Watch how fast.
No, I know exactly what I'm doing, bro.
There we go.
Yeah, I like that, right? That was going to be the thumbnail.
Yeah.
But Graf didn't want to put the two middle fingers on the front because it's a family show.
No, we were a little nervous that we would get demonetized.
I said, it's a family show, damn it. Why you got to step on the jokes all the time?
Fucking right. You're fucking right. Salute the Raider case.
The F up out of here.
Yo, how did Carter get me 1 point in my fantasy league? I got to ask the admin. 1 point per spit, I guess. Pace, I don't know how that happened. I'll tell you right now, though. Saquon Barkley did not do what I thought he was going to do week one. He killed me in fantasy. And I started A.J. Brown, who got me 1.8 points. Waited until the last few minutes of the game to get one reception. Disgusting, nasty work. It is, man, bro. I'm about to get cooked week one. Terrible.
You might.
As Wasted starts Jalen Hurts and he has 2 rushing touchdowns. I hate you for that, bro. I hate you for that.
I was going to do it anyway. I'm not starting Sherbert.
I didn't say you were. You sound a little guilty.
Sherbert in week one, bro.
You sound a little guilty. I never said you were. Yeah, look, man, here we go. So the 10 Commandments. Do you see Pete Carroll allowing Max to play 100%? No. For the defensive snaps.
Nobody.
He's been injured at the end of the last. No, I do not believe so. I think that Pete is going to be the guy that can actually tell Max, you're not doing that. You know what I mean? Once again, Pete Carroll was so well respected. He's going to be the one guy in that building that can, Max, get the hell off the football field. And I think that Max knows that, where his body is right now, he needs
for the betterment of the team, bro. That is one of the reasons why we're like, we need a corner, and they keep going out and bringing in defensive players.
Yeah,
on the defensive line. That's why.
Yeah.
Look, bro. Successful defensive lines go in waves.
Yeah,
they go in waves. Even though Max will probably get, 95% of the snaps.
Oh, for sure.
That 5% of the time he's not on the field is going to extend his career. So, at this point, it's more so about maintenance. It's about maintaining and being there the whole season. Because
Mm-hmm.
If you got a whole season of Max Crosby last year, we're not 4-13.
Yeah. Get him off the field in certain situations. If you're up big and it's clear run plays, get him off the football field. Like just keep him as healthy as possible, because this is a long season. It's a long, long season, and we need Max Crosby. We lose him, once again, season's over. So salute to 10 Commandments, my dog. Give me some game breakers for Sunday. Wasted. I've done mine. Big Mike has said his. Hammer has said his. Give me some guys that you feel like are going to be the ones that could potentially go out there and win this ball game for us, and give us some matchups maybe that you're excited to go.
Well, Trey Tucker, because
I like that.
Look, with Dante Thornton, he's a rookie, right? But Trey Tucker is in a situation where he's been in his league a while, right? And he's getting to kind of craft what player he's going to be in this league. This is the most important year of his career. He has a quarterback that has the arm to get him the football deep. He's a guy that understands how to separate. This is a guy that was under the tutelage of Devontae Adams, right? And he is going to be utilized. Like even last year, when with Aiden O'Connell, when Aiden would go deep, it would be Trey. But a lot of times with Aiden's arm is not what Geno's is. Yeah. So a lot of times he'd have to wait up for the football. He could throw it far, but it didn't have the velocity. Yeah. So that's the difference between guys with premium plus arms. Guys with them slinky kind of arms like Josh Allen, they could put that shit on you from 60 yards away, and he gets there like this. It's like,
yep. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That's not the kind of ball that Aiden.
I wanted to pause you, but you're on a roll, so keep going, brother.
Yeah, come on, bro. You get your effing nonsense.
No, but I agree with you. I think Trey, that's an interesting one. None of the other guys mentioned him, but once again, if you can get the D ball going, Tucker's definitely going to be involved. I think it's run the football effectively with Ashton Genty and stop the run. I love Big Mike mentioned that immediately on our show, like stop the run. They got a three-headed monster out there with Gibson, Ramondre Stevenson, and Trayvon Henderson. Like, we're going to have to stop the run. Wasted with the finger point. What we doing?
Listen, bro. We got the season. Look, bro. The season it started now, bro. It's week 1. Listen, we have to make a pact, bro. Guys, listen, chat. Do me a favor, yo. Y'all got to give me a minute here with my brother, man. Yo, listen, bro. This season we got to chill, bro. Because, dog, I'm telling you right now, yo. If we start with the pause, we supposed to stop this shit last year, bro. If we keep going with this, bro, every show is gonna get derailed, bro. You just said three-headed monster. You need to go wash your mouth out with soap right now, bro. It's terrible. You gotta chill, bro.
How is that pause?
Anything with head and this and that, it's not. You can pause anything, Graf. Listen, man, when you go down in the deep in the gutters of pause them, you can bring anything.
Hey, we can find a pause in anything.
Yeah, you gotta chill.
Yo,
what are you sandwich, man?
Bro, one time my wife sent me a text in the morning when she was on the way to work. She said, "Hey, baby, have a wonderful day. I love you." I just hit her with pause. She was like, "What?" I'm like, you know what? I gotta stop this shit. So, you know what? We're gonna try and limit the pause,
bro. You gotta chill, bro.
Nah, we're not doing that.
You gotta chill.
It's legendary over here, man.
Bro, it's legendary. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Listen, you know how I am, bro. You know how I am. Okay, all right, yo.
Halo said Wasted just took a 20-second nap.
Yo, Halo, get the F up out of here, old man River. You old too.
Salute to Andy. I love it. Geno's throwing for 315, 2 TDs, and Genty's getting 60 yards. Was Amir getting a touchdown? That's interesting. Andy, how did you come to that conclusion? 315 for Geno, 2 tutties. So that means he's going to throw the football all over the place. Genty's getting 60 on the ground, but what is he doing in the passing game? And then Zamir's getting a touchdown. So they're going to look at him at the goal line. Okay. I'm here for it. Salute to little bro Andy. And we got to get bro back this year in the swing of things. Like, he has to pull up on the show. Andy, Wasted has said it countless times. It's not Shieldmore without Andy. So we're just like Shield without the more. Salute to Raider D510. AJ sold me too. Floyd Mayweather gonna read them Harry Potter books before I see a 30-point game. Salute to Raider D510. Don't mention that because Waste is gonna get in his boxing bag with the whole Tyson.
Yeah, and it's just funny too because I'm drinking out of a Harry Potter mug too. It's crazy.
So that was bars.
Yeah, bars.
Fuck that. No pause. Fast forward on everything. Salute to Raider Man member for 34 months. My guy. Give me some players, man, on the defensive side of the football that you think, man, is Gonna have a big game for us. It's gonna set the tone for us.
Jamal Adams, bro.
Ooh,
Jamal Adams, of course, bro, because the way they're going to be using Jamal Adams, bro, you're not going to get a break. I don't think he's going to be on the field all the time, but they're going to put him in some situations, bro, that is going to allow him to really use what he's been able to do. He's always been a guy, even when he was a safety, when he was with the Jets, whether he was with Seattle, he is a person who knows how to get after the quarterback. That is something that's an instinct. Like pass rushers can be made, but he was born having a nose for the quarterback and a nose for the football, right? Yeah. So Jamal Adams is definitely a guy that I expect a lot out of. And if I'm being real, you know, I really, really, really expect for Jeremy Chin to have a big game, bro. Because
I agree.
If you
that's my game record right there is Jeremy Chin.
Because if you look at what Josh McDaniels does a lot of things where, you know, he gets people in space. He tries to attack that cover 3 shell that Patrick Graham runs, right? And I think that some of the deficiencies in the Patrick Graham system is because we didn't have the kind of safety and kind of defensive player that Jeremy Chin is. He is a Swiss Army knife. He is a guy that can cover, and he also can knock your socks off too, right? And I think that is part and parcel why Pete Carroll brought in some of the guys he did. Jamal Adams and Jeremy Chin are the guys that are going to be in the middle of this defense that are going to really make things difficult for Josh McDaniels and those guys to do what they want to do.
I think Landon Roberts is going to have a big game for us too. I definitely believe that he's going to set the tone, stopping the run, and that's going to help, you know, alleviate Jamal Adams to go get after the quarterback, you know, on clear passing downs. It's going to allow, you know, Kuntz and these guys to get to the quarterback. Landon Roberts, to me, is going to have a big game. Once he's been stout against the run for a minute now.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Landon Roberts, you know, and all of these guys, these guys are good players when the play's in front of them. Mm-hmm. And I think Landon Roberts is going to be equally as exploited in the defense because of what Josh McDaniels does as a play caller.
Okay.
He coached Landon Roberts.
Yes, in New England. I think they won 2 Super Bowls together.
Yeah, and they know who Landon Roberts is, and the rest of the league knows who Landon Roberts is. Mm-hmm. Landon Roberts is terrific coming downhill. He's a thumper. He's a run stopper. He's a tone setter. But if you can get him in a situation where the play is behind him, then Landon Roberts struggles. And that's the reason why Landon Roberts is a guy that's been a journeyman player in his league. So that's the thing. Now, what we got to see is whether, you know, is whether Jermaine can get back to the cover guy that he once was.
Yeah.
Because last year he kind of got.
We need him to be decent in coverage.
But I think this defense needs him to be more than that for this defense to be a top 15 unit. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be more than that, man. Yeah. Because if you look at like White, right? White is in a point of his career where he was a Mike linebacker. Now he's going to be a will guy. He's going to be a guy that's playing downhill. It is widely known that he is not good in coverage, right? And people got the papers. That's why early in his career he was very effective, and people start getting film on him, and they know how to attack and exploit him. Yeah, right. So we need for 2 of these guys to be able to cover.
Yeah, agreed.
We need that big time, bro. So like in Jamal Adams, what the good thing about that is him being a former DB. A lot of times, you know, people are like, you know, you see guys like last year, Devon Diablo, right? Mm-hmm. Devon Diablo was a DB in college.
Yeah,
he wasn't a good DB in college, right? That's the reason why they converted.
He wasn't great. Yeah,
Jamal Adams is an all-pro DB in the National Football League that is being converted to a linebacker. So that's a little bit different of a wrinkle that you're going to get with a Jamal Adams. Yeah. So I think Jamal Adams will play a lot this year, especially when they get in that cover 3.
Agree. And they're going to send him after opposing quarterbacks a lot. And he says the New England interior D-line is stacked. This is facts. Christian Barmore, Milton Williams. They have nobody to cover on the outside, let alone Brock. Yeah, Brock is going to have a big day on Sunday. I mean, honestly, who the hell? I mean, they can bracket him all he wants. He's just unstoppable. Like, what are you going to do with Brock Bowers on Sunday?
Yeah, Brock. And the thing is, when you get in the 12 personnel, then what are you going to do?
For real. Then you got Mayer out there.
And the fact that you didn't see it a lot in preseason lets you know that they're probably going to be in 12. Like,
they're holding on tight to that playbook. They were not trying to show anything.
Yeah, man. And this whole, you know, Ashton Jeanty getting 60 yards. I know he's a rookie, and I don't like to be hyperbolic with our rookies. I like to, you know, show like, okay, this kid's a rookie.
Yeah.
I don't think that Ashton Jeanty is going to not hit the ground running, and I'm going to tell you why.
He's going to cook.
I think he's going to get over 100 yards.
Ooh, tall. Talk, Wasted.
This ain't what it was when Darren McFadden was a rookie. When Darren McFadden was a rookie, we did not have a quarterback. You knew Darren McFadden was getting the ball.
Yep.
You knew
every single time.
You knew that he was the bell cow, and when you went and you planned against the Raiders, there was no one else you really had. You know, Zach Miller and stuff like that. But you pretty much
had some decent guys, but once again,
we had some good. But
right.
he was the dude. He was the dude. It was him, and then when we got Michael Bush, like that was what you had to stop.
Man, love. I gotta reach out to Bush and get him on the show. I would love to talk to Mike.
Yeah, sure. I would love to talk to Mike Bush too, man. But this the thing, right? Bush.
He said Bush. Here you go with the Paul shit. Here you go.
He said Bush.
He said Bush. Real quick. Salute to Robert Hicks, gifted 5 OLV Raider Network memberships. Hicks, man, appreciate you, brother. You always come over here to the channel and show up and show out. If you guys want to become members, make sure you guys hit those links on both sides. We definitely both have memberships. Green Dot Gang, Get Off My Lawn Gang. Hit those links. It helps us out tremendously. Salute to my guy Hicks. Salute to all the new members as well. I love this. Salute to Skylar. Got my entire cigar lounge watching the show right now. Thank you guys for that content.
Yeah, it's Skylar Milstead. Tell everyone in that lounge to go over to both of our channels and hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing.
Nothing.
Cost you and hey, who's ever at that cigar lounge who runs it? You want to graph and waste the show live? You let us know.
You let us know. We will come out there
and give me a respirator too, because you know I.
Yeah. Wasted only had maybe 7.5 minutes in the cigar line. We were in Philly. He had to walk out like every 3 minutes. My boy Wasted got the baby.
Hey, bro, but you got it. No, you know what though? No. After a while, not at first, right? Because that was a premium spot. The ventilation in that spot.
No, that was great.
Phenomenal, bro.
But that lets me know how weak your lungs is, because even that shit.
Whoa, easy, man.
Yeah.
What's the HIPAA violation say? What are you doing?
Salute the hug, man. Real quick, the best way to win this game is to get on top early with a couple scores. Take New England's run game out of it. Make Drake May win this game with his arm. Make McDaniels one-dimensional. Game blouses. Hug out. Salute to my brother Hug. And this is facts, man. You definitely got to control Drake May. And I think that we do need to, on the road, Hug, you always want to get rolling early. You don't want to wait until the last minute. Those close games on the road, Wasted, is very, very tough for those road teams to come in and win games when it's down to the last minute. You got to go out there and set the tone early, and that's why I'm looking at Chip Kelly. Wasted. That's what I'm looking at closely. What is that system going to actually look like? What is it, like you said, a ton of 12? You know, are they going to get the ground game rolling quick? Are they going to expose those DBs early on without Christian Gonzalez? You know, like, what can we expect out of Geno Smith? I'm watching that system that Chip Kelly's putting out there like very, very closely, because that is what's going to have to win us a ton of ball games this year. That always going to have to be the strength of this team. Yeah,
man. Listen, just like in any household, the O reigns supreme, right? So when you're talking about a guy like Chip Kelly, he gets paid to put the Raiders in favorable matchups every time. He gets paid to exploit the deficiencies on the defense, right? Now, you got a situation where you got a defensive head coach over there. Yeah. You have a bunch of guys in this league who are battle-tested guys in that league. He went out there. He got a lot of young guys, but if you notice what he did, he went out there and got guys that are players. He got Robert Spillane. Yeah. They gave, Kalavion Chasen, they made him an honorary captain. Mm-hmm. Because he understands our defense. He understands our, he's been around this team. Kalavion Chasen is a former Raider, right? Mm-hmm. They got guys that are going to surprise people. Mm-hmm. They got guys that are surprise people, right? So
I'm really wanting to see what Spill looks like out there in that defense.
Spill gonna be fine. So I think Spill figured it out as a player, but then you got the kid that we tried to pick up and try to put a free agent tender on, and they matched it.
Yeah. Yes.
And that kid,
they got a nice young linebacking core there.
So when you say, what's going to happen about Brock Bowers and this and that, that's why I wanted that kid, because he can cover. Yeah. So that's who's going to be on Brock Bowers. So that's why 12 personnel is very, very important, right?
And good luck. Good luck, sir.
So I think Michael Mayers is going to catch a touchdown this game. Ooh, and I think Michael Mayers is going to be one of the guys from a passing perspective that breaks this game open.
I love it. Salute to my guy VL. I think Thomas Booker's about to cook with Mad Max. I love it, man. Hopefully we see him get out there and get active. Once again, Lane Johnson had a ton of praise, his former teammate from Philly, for him, saying that he could be a Pro Bowler down the line. I'm excited to see what T-Book looks like with Adam Butler next to him and a great duo with Max and Malcolm Kuntz on the edge. I definitely believe that Book can be somebody for us on this D-line this year. Salute to UA as well. Can we count on Butler and Booker to stop the run? I think they're better pass rushers who are both a little light for the position. JMD will run on us. Hey, man, run the football. Hey, this is the thing. You got to be able to stop the run and win football games. You have to. If you can't stop the run, you're going to get destroyed.
Yeah, and bro, you guys act like they got Jerome Bettis over there. They got a young, rookie, fast-ass running back.
Ramondre Stevenson, who struggled last year with that bad O-line, some fumbles last year.
And Ramondre High-Stage Stevenson. I mean, it's ridiculous, bro. So, look, what I would tell you is that the size caveat is not going to come into play as a problem this game.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to come into play this game because the way that they use Henderson, bro, I saw it, and they're going to use him all over the field. Right. Like, you know, Josh McDaniels has always been a guy who gets creative with his running backs. Right. Yeah. He's a guy who gets creative with, the Danny Woodheads of the world. You know what I mean? Lining them up, putting them out in space and things like that. So he's going to move his running back around a lot. And that kid is electric. Don't get me wrong. He's returning kicks. He is an electric player. You know, I was big on him coming out of Ohio State.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is not that. This is not a punishing running game. Yeah. What we need to worry about.
And Chip Kelly knows him very well.
Yes. This is what we need to worry about. What we need to worry about is Drake May taking that step into superstardom. Drake May, out of all of those quarterbacks that came out that year, has, besides Jaden Daniels, because I think Jaden Daniels' physical capabilities are here and everyone else is behind him, even over Caleb Williams, right? That's a kid who physically, bro, if he figures it out up here, he is going to be one of the 5 best players in his league, bro. And we don't need for him to have his coming out party on us.
Well, this is the thing. I'm wondering, I know Josh McDaniels had Mac Jones balling year 1, Pro Bowler, but he's kind of been hit or miss with these quarterbacks. He had Cam Newton looking good out there as well. You know what I'm saying? But
everybody else besides Tom Brady.
This system is not easy. We know this. Like, that system is very difficult to grasp. So you're definitely right. It's going to start right here. But one thing you got to keep an eye on Drake as well is he can use his legs. If that pocket collapses, you got to keep an eye on Drake May. That dude will use his legs and he will get the hell out of there. So that's definitely something that you need to monitor as well with Drake May. Salute to Raider Pace. Yes, Barmore is in great shape. Lost 20 pounds. I wonder how that's going to affect him. Hey, man, we'll see. Well, hopefully.
He's a terrific player, man. Like, I remember Sanjit was big on Christian Barmore. He's like, Christian Barmore is one of the best defense.
Yeah. Salute to our brother Sanjit. No, that's facts. Jake, I love that you mentioned that. Betch can also play tight end too. He kind of reminds me of Bowers. Once again, where did he play at LSU? He was a tight end. He converted over to wide receiver. This is a guy that can play all over the place. Another Swiss Army knife on that offense. That's a player that I'm keeping an eye on very closely. And you know what's funny, man? I think that they kept him kind of under wraps in preseason for a reason. Yeah, honestly, bro. I do.
The thing is, bro, they kept everybody under wraps. Like, a lot of this stuff, right, when you talk about Dante Thornton, right? Dante Thornton rolls out of the bed in the morning, right? And he comes on the field and puts his equipment on, and you look at him and you're like, man, that fucking dude's an impressive player, right? He's an impressive guy. There hasn't been many people in his league that have the physical stature and speed. And so he's one of them guys that, like, yo, if you're at a basketball court and you're just picking people sight unseen, you're like, I want that fucking guy. But the guy with Jack Besh, like guys like Jack Besh, are the kind of guys that once they get to playing, like Hunter Renfrow, when they get to playing, if you're going to see how much of a baller they are. And I think that's what it is, man.
Pablo Cedar, I was trying to stop.
I know, bro. So basically,
I'm trying to be cool. Bro,
so I can't say roll out of bed. Oh, pause.
No, you didn't say roll out of bed at all. You said, he came on the field. I was just trying to look. I'm a changed man. I'm rehabilitated,
bro. So that's what we doing, bro.
No, we didn't do nothing. Pablo,
he just dropping wayward drops of semen on the field, bro.
It wasn't, bro. It wasn't me. It was not
Navy
me. Pablo started it.
The Navy.
Pablo started it. Salute to Alec. Chip not going to show his hand in preseason. This is facts. And the media. I'm not going to go back to this. Come on. Yo, not gonna go back to this. We're not saying what Jalen Carter did was okay. We're just saying it's not as extreme as and most people are trying to make it out to be.
Bro, my thing is why you guys so listen, bro. Look, I come from an era in the National Football League where they used to do this kind of stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And it's not my battle to fight. If somebody spits on me, I might beat you damn near. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that they on a football field. Let them play football, bro. Nobody want to hear that shit. And look, no disrespect to nobody, bro. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear all of this. Oh, it was disgusting. So us as fans, we're supposed to go out there and pick it because somebody did some foul shit to another player on the field. Who hell cares? The F cares? Like, did I see everybody going and picketing when Aqib Talib snatched Crabtree's train? Did I see y'all picketing and saying how disgusting it was for Pac-Man Jones to slam Amari Cooper's head into the ground like a little baby back bitch? No one said anything. No one cares. The F are you talking about?
Talk! Let's get to these expert game picks here real quick, man. Salute to NFL.com. This is coming straight from the Raiders website, official website, Raiders.com. Daniel Jeremiah, projected winner, Patriots. Colleen Wolfe, Patriots. Adam Rank, Patriots. Marcus Grant, Patriots. Bucky Brooks, Patriots. It took for a former Raider and Badestrian, Maurice Jones-Drew to go Raiders. Grant Gordon, Patriots. Nick Shook, Raiders. Eric Edholm, Patriots. Kevin Patra, Patriots. Go to ESPN. Matt Bowen, Patriots.
Jack
Mike
Wagner.
Clay, Patriots.
Jack
Jeremy
Wagner.
Fowler, Patriots.
Jack
Dan
Wagner.
Graziano, Patriots.
Jack Wagner.
Kaylin Kaler, Raiders. Pamela Maldonado, Raiders. Eric Moody, Patriots. Jason Reed, Raiders. Lindsey Tyree, Patriots. Seth Wickersham, Patriots. So
Brad, let me ask you a quick question, bro. I know you got to do the handoff to Jason Kidd shit, right? Who in the blue hell are these people? I don't give a fuck. Seth Wickersham? The F I care about what he thinks. The F up out of here, man. Yo, like, listen, it'd be different if they were like, Stephen A. Smith, Patriots. Or nobody gives a F about these people. Who the F cares?
Well, I want to ask you this.
Seth Wickerdouche?
It looks as though the majority of these so-called experts have New England winning. I'm assuming it's because we're on the road. I know this is supposed to be a tight game in a lot of people's eyes. It's supposed to be a pretty close game. We're both 4-13 last year, so we're both one of the worst football teams, at least last season. I think we're the better coached football team with Pete Carroll. I think that, we have some superstars on both sides of the football. We had a great draft class. I only put this up because I want your opinion on this, Waste. I already gave mine. Big Mike gave his. Hammer gave his. What is your prediction for this game in terms of the score?
I don't like.
I know you hate doing this. Come on.
I don't give scores, bro. Because I don't give scores. But if I'm being honest, right? I expect for the rest of the team to give us 9 points, right? I expect to get my 3 field goals from Daniel Carson. I expect that, right? And I expect for Geno Smith to at least put up 2 tuds, right? And then I'm expecting for my running back in that room to give me a touchdown. So that's 21, that's 30 points. 30 to 21.
Okay.
30 to 20.
So you're not calling you're not counting the Caillou Blue pick 6?
Hey man, that might be a way we get to 30, bro. Hopefully he do get a pick 6, right? But at the end of the day, when you talk about the Patriots, right? Everybody gives Josh McDaniel a lot of credit for him being such a great offensive coordinator. But I kind of feel like it's on some Rick James shit. Like, people be like, yo, I'm partying here. That was 2 weeks ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how good is he really, right? Yeah. Like, there's a lot of people that are going off of past reputations. You have a lot of these people in the media that they're on autopilot. They don't really watch football and pay attention to this shit the way we do. And I'm gonna call these guys out. A lot of these guys think that Bill Belichick's still coach. Oh, Patriots. It's just easy. They're on autopilot. Oh, it's the Raiders and Patriots. They ain't even thinking, bro.
Yeah.
So get the F up out of here. F them and F their opinion, because guess what? yeah, we're starting this 1 o'clock game, right? But it's the same way that the Raiders went out there and beat Baltimore a few years ago.
Week 2. Last year.
Listen, all of that 1 o'clock mumbo jumbo, I don't know if it's going to have as much merit with such a master head coach as Pete Carroll.
Hashtag Wicker douche. Talk that talk, Steve. Accelerator. Raiders 75, Pats -10. I don't know if that's possible, but I'm here for it. Salute to my guy on the $2 special. 2-4. No one ever spit at Wasted because he's the shogun.
Please. Kiss my Converse.
Yo, that's hilarious. Hey, Big T, I want to ask you this real quick, bro, because, I'm going to give you some respect because you're from my city, right? You're one of the most negative people that's ever in the chat. Why, bro? Like, you always got to be combative with everything. You can't ever come in and be like, man, I'm excited about the season. This, and that, bro. He always goes in the chat, bro, and he just waits and waits.
Yeah,
and
wait.
waits.
Yo, you sound like the same thing last year. Bro, what the F is up with you, Big T? We can win the fucking Super Bowl. He's gonna be like, man, I've seen better Super Bowls than this. I've been throwing out a better Super Bowl party.
Yeah, bro. Like,
get the negative ass up out of here.
Bro,
like, yo, if you want the Raiders to lose, then just come on here and be like, hey, we're gonna lose every game. We suck. Go fuck yourself. Like, I know I've been cursing a lot this episode. I don't give a good goddamn. I'm sick of that. If you want me to show up on Scream every day and be negative and tell you the Raiders are gonna lose every week, then you in the wrong place, bro.
A Hall of Fame hater.
You do that shit all the time. I'm sick of that crap.
It had to be my hometown in Sacramento. I hate it,
man. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Oh, hey man, Nick, man. I know they got Geno Smith. Yeah, she was all right. It was all right. But you ain't Patrick Mahomes. The F up out of here with your crap, Big T. You know who Big T sounds like? He sounds like our brother Honcho. That's who Big T sounds like. Yeah. Big T, you dirty son of a bitch. Oh, man. He don't sound like, he's like, Derek Carr. What's up, Derek Carr on the side? Get out of here. Bro, listen, Big T, you up here looking like Wimpy from Popeye. Get the F up out of here with your crap. My dog over there looking like Burner in his default picture and shit. Yo, salute to some Rick James shit. Don't be comparing me to Josh McDaniels. Salute to you and salute to Big T. That's my guy, but we just rock. We just messing with him. He definitely coming in though and hating and raining on our parade. It's like, God, bro. Like, hey, bro. Hey, does this mean anything to you, Big T? I know what the F is up with you, Big T. Does this mean anything to you? Like the deranged Cabbage Patch. Does this mean any? Like, come on, bro. Like, you're supposed to be sack brethren. Come on over here shitting on shit. Damn. I ain't gonna lie, Wasted. I definitely derailed the show earlier saying that they be shitting and pissing on each other. I don't know where the hell that came from. That was disgusting, and I wish that I can go back and delete that, but it was live and it was disgusting, so I got to run with it. But that was definitely a terrible, terrible part of the show. Yo, disgusting. Man, don't, bro, don't be hanging out and acting like Dirty Mike in the gang, bro. You gotta chill, bro. Yo, salute to OD, Graphic Wasted, my guys. Geno is finna put on a clinic versus the Pats. New England's media swears they don't need CG to win. Get the F out of here. 9-1. See, this is how you do the 916 thing. OD, talk. But look at Big T fixing it up. Go right. Thank you. The F up out of here. There you go. Big W. Man, I'm saying, bro. Big W. We're not calling him Big T anymore. Big W. Bro, the thing with me is this, right? And no disrespect to anybody who says they want to be a realistic Raider fan, right? But yo, Andy's stupid. Real quick. Salute to Brave. He said, Big T, this show is for positive vibes and not negativeness. I'm with Big T. These DBs are cheeks. Yeah. Yo, Andy, get the fuck out. He be like, yo, these DBs fucking suck. Get here, Andy, right now, yo. Andy, get the F up out of here. Oh, my God, bro. You know whenever Andy asks for the link to pull up, he's coming into the geese. He be like, yo, he's a fucking scrub. Salute to everybody here in the building. Look, I have the Raiders winning. I think we're going to go out to New England and we're going to shock some people. I think this offense is going to be really good. I think that, New England and Josh McDaniels, it's going to take a little time to put that offense together. I think that they got some interesting pieces on both sides of the football. I think New England's defense is going to be really intriguing to watch this year, though, with Vrabel calling the shot. They have some good names on, but without Christian Gonzalez, it's going to be a tough assignment for them to get it really all put together. This is not Luke Getsy. This is Chip Kelly. Chip
Yes.
Kelly understands he understands matchups. He understands how to attack, some deficiencies in the defense. The whole
Yeah.
thing is with Christian Gonzalez, this is a guy who, has been dinged up. That was
Yeah.
really, that's kind of been his mantra coming out of college, right? So it's not like his backup, and I don't know who the backup is. Don't get me started on the line, right? But maybe his backup might be one of them guys that can, and let's hope that doesn't happen to the Raiders, right?
Yeah.
Like remember back with a Deron Bland, how he kind of became a better player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Former Sac State great, man. Salute to Deron Bland. I love to see Northern California guys get that bag. But no, I agree with you. Salute to Raider Lux. Celebrate a touchdown like Jacob Fatu is a must. I love that. I love it.
What the F is that?
Jacob Fatu? Man, you hating on this whole new wrestling shit, bro. I've sent you.
Yeah, I know, man. It's Rikishi's next door neighbor's cousins.
Salute to Hitting Man DPH. I love it. Salute to the north side. That for those who don't know, that is Del Paso Heights, also known as the deepest part of hell. Salute to DPH, the Heights. Love them, love them, love them. For sure. And Big T, there you go, man. South Sac, Iraq. You already know what time it is. Win, lose, or tie. I'm a Raider till I die. Salute to my Stockton brethren, Pastor Raider, aka Chris in the building as well. Salute to you. Any last thoughts on this game, man? Honestly, I think that we've talked about this game so much this week.
I don't have any more thoughts. I just want to see them play. And listen, at the end of the day, bro, could I see this being a close game and the Raiders?
Definitely.
Yeah. Can I see that, man? But look, for me, I gotta make it right in my mind how we can win.
Yeah,
I gotta make it right because if I don't do that, especially with a 4-13 football team, that means that I might as well not even watch the rest of the effing season.
Yeah.
I
just think, man, on the outside, they're not going to have an answer for Dante. I don't think that they're going to have an answer for Brock Bowers at all. And, finding them early is going to set up Ashton Genty in the run game. And I think that he's going to ball out.
See, this is the thing with Brock, and it's the reason why I got Michael Mayer, because I think they're going to try to bracket Brock. Because he's the one guy that you have to pay attention to.
Good luck.
He's the straw that stirs the drink, and he's gonna get his, right?
Yeah, for sure.
70 yards, probably tud, maybe whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the key to this team is,
I got him over 100.
Hopefully, right? But the key to this team is these young, fast wide receivers exploiting the fact that the Patriots secondary is a little dinged up. And the thing with Dante Thornton, and this is the reason why I'm saying Tucker. Tucker's a pro, right? He's a guy who understands releases and things like that. Dante Thornton in the preseason was having issues separating because he is not at that level yet where he's figured it all out at the line of scrimmage. So that's why Trey Tucker is the guy, right? And I seen the way Gino was really, really targeting Trey Tucker early in the preseason. He early in camp, he was really, really call him Santana Moss and all this. I think this is a Trey Tucker special, like your life depended on it, and that is a stone cold lead pipe lock.
And you know what's funny? I'll end the whole game discussion with, we never even mentioned Jacoby Myers, former New England Patriot, once on this live. Like that, once again, they're going to have to stop him as well, coming off of a career year. So, we have so many weapons on the offensive side of the football. I believe in Chip Kelly, and this offense is going to be definitely fun to watch. I'm just hoping that this defense can just be at least a middle of the pack defense, just a top 15 ranked defense, because I think this could be a top 10 offense. Like, it could be special with Genty and Brock and Gino in the mix. This can be fun to watch. We just need a middle of the pack, a bend don't break defense that can create turnovers and get to the quarterback a ton. That's it. I mean, look, other teams, you look at our roster. We're Raider fans. We're honest. We're very honest Raider fans. Like, we know that this isn't the greatest defense when you look at it on paper. When you have the minds, though, of Rob Leonard, Graham, and Pete Carroll, I give them a little bit more leniency because of those guys in the building. But I think that this is going to be a bend don't break defense. But I believe that we're going to get more turnovers this year, whether that's, strip sacks, interceptions, whatever the hell it is. And I do believe that Max is going to get to the quarterback a lot this year.
I'm hoping that Max has his Khalil Mack 2016
18. Yeah, I think
that Khalil Mack year. He needs that to go into Raider lore. And this is the thing, when you have a special player that's on a defensive line that is a pass rusher, those guys change the tide of games. And when you have a few of those games, you have a guy that has like a 17 sack season, right?
Yeah.
It's not how many sacks you get. because Graf is all into sacks.
Oh, yeah.
But hold on. Pause. So it's not about that. It's when you get them. That's what made that year with Khalil Mack so special. Mm-hmm. It's when he got them. It was closing games out, right? That is the delineation between being a great player and being a defensive player of the year candidate.
Yeah. No, I agree. I wanted to do this real quick, though, because once again, this cannot be all on Max. We need some other guys to definitely step up, because when you look at those leaders like last year, right? Like who led the league in sacks? It was Trey Henderson.
It was Trey Henderson. Yeah,
Cincinnati was not a playoff team. You look at Myles Garrett, had a phenomenal year. Cleveland was a really, really bad football team. So, some of these guys, TJ Watt, they didn't have a great year last year by any means out there in Pittsburgh. We need some help. Max can't do it all by himself. We're going to have Malcolm. Malcolm has to find a way to get out of his head and turn this into that 2023 end of the year special. He needs to build on that, because once again, getting to the quarterback a ton does not always just equal wins. Wasted. You got to have several people on that D line find a way to make a difference. And whether that's in the ground game, stopping the run, or getting to the quarterback, Max cannot do it himself. Adam Butler needs to show up this year. He's been really good for us in his limited time in Vegas. That's why we gave him a new deal. I'm hoping that he can get to the quarterback maybe 8 times this year. And Tyree needs to make a difference. He needs to be a difference maker this year, whether it's an interior or on the boundary. The guy needs to show up. We need all hands on deck on the D-line, because that's where it starts. That's the heartbeat of this defense. You look at everywhere else, we have aging linebackers. We have guys that are trying to show that they still have something left. Devin White, Jamal Adams, Landon Roberts. And then you have these Caillou Blues who nobody even knows who this guy is outside of us, because we're Raider fans. You know what I mean? And you got Eric Stokes, who has done nothing since his rookie year and has been injured countless times. Safety room as well. Palomau, Jeremy Chin, he's on his third team at this point. That D-line needs to set the tone, and it starts on Sunday. Period, point blank.
Well, listen, man, when you draft somebody in the top 10, you need for them to be a player by the time their contract is up. That's how good teams win. Tyree Wilson is the straw that stirs the drink for this entire team this year. Yeah. He needs to be better. He needs to be the player that everybody said he was going to be. I remember when we drafted him, Uncle Sour Socks, the great Hondo, said that, people in the building said he's a dude.
Yeah.
He's a dude. They believe, and I believe he's a dude. Let me tell you, I believe. No, I'm doing the wrong voice. I'm doing it wrong. Like I'm having wasted schizophrenia right here. So hold on. Like
he got Lil Wayne's voice in his head. Stephen A.
Yeah, I'm like, Tyree need the ball. I'm tweaking right now. But look, Tyree Wilson needs to be worthy of that pick. And if he's worthy of that pick, this defense elevates because of it.
Yes.
It's not Malcolm Kuntz to me. It's him.
Yep.
It's on him. It's on his shoulders.
Especially he's healthy and Malcolm is just coming back from a devastating.
Can you get it done? Because Malcolm Kuntz shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
You should be the guy on the other side of Max. He should be a third pass rusher.
I agree.
Get it together, Ty.
I love Kuntz, but you're right. I mean, when we took him in the third round, I thought it was a reach, and I was a Malcolm Kuntz dude. I had us taking him in the 6th round. So you're right. You take Tyree with that early of a pick, he needs to show up and show out this year. So salute to the chat, you guys. We're coming up on an hour and a half. We appreciate you guys so much. We have real football right around the corner. Come Sunday, me and Hammer will be here covering the game every step of the way. Wasted will have a preview show the morning of the game, and then a show right after the game as well. So we are going to be double dipping a ton because football is officially back. And don't smile about that shit.
Hey, man, let me tell you something, man. I like to double dip every now and again myself. Hey, Graphic, man, let me tell you, man, I had some wild nights, man. Wild nights. Las Vegas is a weird, wild place, man.
Salute to Gru.
Hey, man, salute to you, too. Can I weigh in on this Amari Cooper thing, man? Hey, man, let me tell you something.
Told you so? Told you so?
Yeah, told you so, man. That's why I ran his fat ass out of here. I'll tell you something, man. That kid was one ice cream sandwich away from the fat farm. I saw him running around. He looked like a little meatball. And I said to myself, I said, whoa, maybe he came to the Raiders because the offensive coordinator's name is Chip. I don't know, man. I don't know. Bang zoom.
You know, and there's a ton of buffets out there as well, Wasted. So, you know, I'm gonna be real. I love Coop. I was excited he came home, but he was looking very Debo-ish. He was looking very Debo-ish.
Yeah, so eat your cornbread. Yeah, this is my portion.
He said he chose the Raiders because of Chip. Oh my God, man. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. As always, we appreciate you guys so much. Wipe them feet, hit that subscribe button, man. Make sure you guys pay your bar tabs over on Wasted's channel. And also, man, if you guys want to become members, we will be doing a ton of members only shows during the season. Do not think that we forgot about that, you guys. So stay tuned. We're definitely going to be live every step of the week. We're going to be active.
Yeah, we're going to be active. But you know what's funny? I might do a members only show tonight to try to get my streaming stuff
there you
together.
Go.
Hey, guys, listen. When I do the members only, this is you guys being producers of the show. So pull on up, man. Give me all of the constructive criticism. And Anthony is not allowed. He is about to be unceremoniously blocked. Him and DeMokes. I'm telling you, guys are on my list because you guys derailed the Sanjit show, you bums. I am not reading your comments ever again.
OE, we will get back to the wrestling shows once the season is up. We've already talked about it. Not going to do anything tonight. I'm going to spend some time with the family and get something good to eat and watch some wrestling. So, but I appreciate you, Odie, on the $2 donation. Other than that, man, anything on the way out, brother?
Nah, my brother, peace, man.
We are outro, y'all. Love y'all. We are gone.